Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Just to let everyone know that we'll be recording this session. Thank you so much for joining. Let's just say hi in the chat box. Can we just say hi, say hello? Just send a message, use an emoji. Thank you so much for joining us. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. Thank you, Miriam. Yes, thank you, Enoch. Thank you so much. Thank you, Maxwell. Thank you, Sheyi. Thank you, Almaroof. Thank you, Chima. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us. We'll be starting very, very soon. So the reason we put this event together is just to give you an idea or to nudge you into making a decision regarding your personal development as we go into 2024. So we're going to be discussing possible skills that you could develop, possible skills to develop, in 2024. So that's why we put this together. And I want to thank every of our speakers who have who is present here. Thank you so much. All right, so let's begin, shall we? So I'm gonna play a video right now, just to put you all in the mood for what we're going to do today. So please, let's take a listen.
Today, I want to tell you 3 stories from my life. That's it. No big deal. Just 3 stories. The first story is about connecting the dots. I dropped out of Reed College after the first 6 months, but then stayed around as a drop-in for another 18 months or so before I really quit. It was pretty scary at the time, but looking back, it was one of the best decisions I ever made. The minute I dropped out, I could stop taking the required classes that didn't interest me and begin dropping in on the ones that looked far more interesting. Reed College at that time offered perhaps the best calligraphy instruction in the country. Throughout the campus, every poster, every label on every drawer was beautifully hand calligraphed, and I found it fascinating. None of this had even a hope of any practical application in my life. But 10 years later, when we were designing the first Macintosh computer, it all came back to me. If I had never dropped out, personal computers might not have the wonderful typography that they do. Of course, it was impossible to connect the dots looking forward when I was in college, but it was very, very clear looking backwards. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future, because believing that the dots will connect down the road will give you the confidence to follow your heart even when it leads you off the well-worn path. My second story is about love and loss. I was lucky. I found what I loved to do early in life. Woz and I started Apple in my parents' garage when I was 20. And in 10 years, Apple had grown from just the 2 of us in a garage into a $2 billion company with over 4,000 employees. And then I got fired. What had been the focus of my entire adult life was gone. I really didn't know what to do for a few months. I felt that I'd let the previous generation of entrepreneurs down. I'd been rejected, but I still loved what I did. I didn't see it then, but it turned out that getting fired from Apple was the best thing that could have ever happened to me. The heaviness of being successful was replaced by the lightness of being a beginner again. It freed me to enter one of the most creative periods of my life. During the next 5 years, I started a company named Next, another company named Pixar, and is now the most successful animation studio in the world. I'm convinced that the only thing that kept me going was that I loved what I did. You've got to find what you love. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. As with all matters of the heart, you'll know when you find it. My third story is about death. If you live each day as if it was your last, someday you'll most certainly be right. For the past 33 years, I have looked in the mirror every morning and asked myself, if today were the last day of my life, would I want to do what I am about to do today? Because almost everything, all external expectations, all pride, all fear of embarrassment or failure, these things just fall away in the face of death. Remembering that you are going to die is the best way I know to avoid the trap of thinking you have something to lose. There is no reason not to follow your heart. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. Have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary. Stay hungry, stay foolish. Thank you all very much.
All right. Thank you so much, everybody. That was Steve Jobs just putting us in the mood for what we're about to, listen to in today's event. So I'm just going to read out the agenda for everybody. We're going to have we've had a welcome address, and we're going to be asking people to let us know what city they're coming from. We're going to have some house rules as well, and we'll also meet our guest speakers today. We'll also speak with our alumni guests as well today. We will then go to the discussion session, and then we'll talk about the next cohort, the hybrid cohort 10, which is happening in January. And then we'll share, we share a feedback form for you to tell us about the events, your honest thoughts. And then we'll go into one of the highlights of today's event, the scholarship quiz. All right. So one person is going to be going home with a full scholarship today. And they'll be doing one of our accelerator courses. They'll take one of our accelerator courses today. So are we excited? We're not seeing emojis of excitement. All right. So one person is going to win a full scholarship today, and that person will pick any course of their choice from our accelerator program, and then we'll have the closing remark. All right, let's do something real quick. Please tell us what city you are from. I want everybody to show us what city they are from, and how to do that is kindly pick up your phones right now. If you could please pick up your phone, go to www.menti.com. Please go to www.menti.com and type in this code that you see there. Everybody, are we ready? Are we ready? Please, let's go to www.menti.com. Type in 61001176 and tell us where you are joining us from. Please go to www.menti.com. For those who are just joining us, would like to know where you're joining us from. Kindly go to www.menti.com and type in the code 61001176 so that you can answer the question. We're waiting for your responses. Okay, so we've seen one. Oh, we've seen three now. Someone is joining us from Kenya, Canada, Toronto, Vancouver. Are we getting more? Are we getting more? Yes, Canada, Kenya, Abeokuta. Thank you. Thank you. Please keep that coming. Please keep that coming. Thank you for sharing. Let us know where you're joining us from. Go to www.menti.com. Type in the code 61001176. So I could see Otta. I can see Lagos, Nigeria. Thank you. Thank you very much. There are more than 12 people here. So can we get in more? Let's know where you're joining us from. Thank you to those who have responded. Lagos, Nigeria, Kenya, Lagos, Wolverhampton. Beautiful. Canada. Yes, that's great. Nairobi. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. Nigeria. Thank you for joining us. Can we have more responses, please? Go to www.menti.com. Tell us where you're joining us from. When you go to www.menti.com, use the code 61001176 and tell us and answer the question. Just tell us what city you're joining us from. Want to thank you all once again for joining us. Thank you. Do we have more responses? We still have 20 responses. Okay, I think that will do for now. Okay, so let's go back to the event of the day. So we're going to be sharing the house rules today. And number one house rule is, please, if you can, have your camera on. That would be the most preferable option. Second rule, which so second rule somebody's about to break now. Please, your mic should remain muted until you're asked to speak. So James, can you please mute your mic? And the final rule: relax, learn, have fun, because that's what we're here to do. Okay, so it's time to introduce our speakers to every one of us. It's time to introduce our speakers to every one of us, and we start with Uzoma Achuzim. So Uzoma is an experienced agile business analyst with a proven 7-year plus track record across diverse industries, including manufacturing, hospitality, education, and CPG. Uzoma is an expert in delivering quantifiable results through technological advancements, digital transformation, workflow automation, and process enhancement. With a focus on value optimization, Uzoma has achieved an average efficiency improvement of 20% across projects, demonstrating a commitment to driving success in every endeavor. Uzoma is currently a business analyst at GOC Canada. Thank you, Uzoma, for gracing us with your presence. Do you just want to unmute your mic and say hi, Uzoma?
Hi, guys. Thank
Thank
you
you
for having
so
me.
much. Thank you,
Yeah.
James. We'll let you, when it's time for Q&A, we'll allow you to speak, James. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's go to the next guest on our list. So we have Balogun David. Balogun is a seasoned data scientist driven by a deep passion for unlocking the potential of data to inform decision making and foster business growth. Over the years, David has built a solid track record in the healthcare, financial, and e-commerce sectors, refining his skill in machine learning, data visualization, and statistical modeling to yield tangible and impactful results. His journey involves assisting businesses across diverse industries in leveraging their data for strategic advantage. Balogun David is currently a senior data scientist at Pay Hippo in the US of A. Can we just give a round of applause to Balogun? That's a very, very beautiful profile. Is Balogun here? I understand Balogun may be joining us around when we'll begin our breakout room. But if he's here, could you just please say hi? Could you please say hi, Balogun? Okay, sure, he'll join us very soon. So let's move to the next speaker on our roster, and we have Temitokpe Olowo Okere. Temitokpe is a dedicated product manager with a passion for weaving inspiring stories through groundbreaking products that not only solve users' problems, but also bring delight. Temitokpe is currently making waves in the financial technology realm, where she leads the product development lifecycle of revolutionary financial solutions, transforming how Africans interact with money. Our commitment to innovation is reshaping the landscape of financial services. Temitokpe is currently a product manager at Alert by Wema in Nigeria. Temitokpe, you're welcome. Do you want to say hi to everybody? Hi, Temitokpe, are you there?
Yes, I am. Hi, everyone.
All right. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so let's move to the last but not the least speaker for today, Anthony Ngujiri. Anthony is a visionary designer with over 7 years of professional experience and an unwavering passion for design and technology. Anthony is not just a designer, he's a creative force, highly innovative and incredibly versatile. His skill set spans UX design, UI design, digital marketing, and graphics design, showcasing a comprehensive understanding of the ever-evolving tech landscape. Anthony is currently UI UX designer at Untapped Global Kenya. Thank you very much, Anthony, for joining us. Do you want to say hi to everybody?
Yeah, thank you for the introduction. Hi,
All
everyone.
right.
Looking forward to interact with you.
All right. Thank you so much, Anthony. Thank you so much. We're really, really glad to have you with us. Okay, so let's move to the next item. Before our speakers come, I would like everyone to meet some of our amazing alumni, people who have taken programs with us, and let's meet them. So we have Oyale Kikelomo. She's currently the acting chief operating officer at Intensify Nigeria, and she's a business analysis alumnus. And then we have Asomuga Divine, product engineer, currently a product engineer at Parallel Source Nigeria. He was a data analytics alumnus. And then finally, we have Ede Olivia Onedo. She is currently the product operations and strategy manager at Certified Real Estate Practitioners of Nigeria. And she was a product management alum. Great. So do we have our alumni guests here? Would like to just have one or two discussions with them so that everybody else everybody in the room can just have a feel of who they are, what they currently do, their hybrid experience. It's Onedo, I can see you. Olivia, I can see you, Olivia. Do we have Kikelomo here? Is Kikelomo here? Divine, I know that Divine is also here. Please, can we all turn on our cameras, please? Yes, Olivia, you're welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. I know you had a very busy day today, but you made it here. I'm so glad to see you. So, just tell us about your hybrid experience. How was it for you, and how has that experience shaping your current position right now? Go ahead.
So yes, hybrid was a very interesting experience for me from beginning to end. Um, I was skeptical about the course, but everything went well, and I understood properly what the message they were trying to pass on. So in all, it was a very good one, and it's also helping me in what I'm doing now. Everything was very practical, so it's not like anything is new to me on the job.
Okay. So would you say that after your hybrid experience, that is what has spurred you on for your current role as a product strategist?
Yes, yes, because prior to that, I didn't really know much about product management, so it has helped greatly.
Okay, so what's your general advice around personal development? What would you advise everybody who's listening to you and who'd like to take a program next year? What would be your advice for them?
Okay, so number one, be open-minded, very, very open-minded. It's tech. Everybody's saying tech, tech, tech. Everybody wants to get into tech, but to be honest, once you get into it, it's not as easy as It's not like it's not easy, but like it's not as straightforward as people make it seem. So, and then you tend to like learn stuff about yourself, how your learning pattern and things like that. So, just number one, be open minded. And if your learning process is not so fast, don't be hard on yourself. Ask questions, it will definitely come to you.
Thank you very much. So what are your future plans as it concerns personal development?
Okay, so yes, I plan to come back for the master's course.
That's fantastic. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for joining us. Divine. Hi, Divine. How are you?
Hi, Austin. I'm just getting to where I stay. Can you go with Kikelomo and then immediately after I'd go?
Okay. Kikelomo, are you here? Kikelomo, hi. Hi, Kikelomo.
I don't
Okay.
think Kikelomo is here.
Kikelomo is here. Okay. Divine, no problem. You can leave your camera off if you can speak.
Okay. Yes. Hi,
Yeah.
everyone.
So
Good day.
hi, Divine. Please tell us your hybrid story. Your story is particularly interesting because you're still a student, but then after your experience in data analytics at hybrid, your world has kind of shifted. So could you please tell us just a little bit about that?
Okay. Hi, everyone again. My name is Divine. Sorry I sound this way. I just like got off the road. So I enrolled at hybrid last year where I did data analytics. So one of the things that helped me after my program with hybrid was LinkedIn optimization. So when we were enrolling, Mr. Pascal did this thing where he told us to go to LinkedIn, connect with people in our field, and then like just ask what it feels like to be a data analyst or whatever you were learning. So that's what I did. So after my program with hybrid, so I did data analytics. I think for around 3 months, I did a lot of Coursera stuff as well. And then after everything, so immediately after the program, I think it was August, and I started applying. So I'll go to LinkedIn. Okay, I'll see a job post somewhere, probably like Indeed. I'll look for the company on LinkedIn. When I look for the company, I'll reach out to their HR or their CEO or something, like people that make decisions there. I'll reach out to them, send the personalized invite. Oh, hi, I'm Divine. I'm a pharmacy student. I learned this and I'm looking to intern at your company. And I did that for a lot of people. Okay, someone was saying something. Can you all hear me clearly?
Yes, we can. Please go ahead,
Okay,
Divine.
all right.
Go ahead,
So I
Divine.
did that for like a lot of companies, and I got response, a lot of no's, but that did not stop me. So I kept on applying till I got like my first job. So I was a student then. I got the job. I was like, okay, can I do this? Imposter syndrome and all those stuff. Well, based on what me I learned in hybrid, I was like, okay, you know what, Divine, you know this already. You've learned this. This is just another day. Like, so just like go ahead and do it. So after that, I worked there for like a couple of months. I reapplied again for like a different job, a better one, and that was not even data analytics. It was software development, like backend. So and then I did data analysis. But what helped me transition from data to backend engineering, that software development, was the fact that I learned Python like during my data analysis. So Sharon that taught us the data analysis, she really like taught us Python very well, like the fundamentals. So I already knew Python, so it was just for me to upskill from there. So I worked on my Python. I did a lot of other research, and that's how I go into backend, and that's what I'm doing currently. So I do product engineering, backend development, microservices, cloud infrastructure, all those stuff. So like it's not really a particular domain; it's just a lot of research and hard work and trying to just better myself physically. So yeah, that's
Yes,
it. Thank you.
that's a pretty much interesting story because I mean, anybody who looks at you will say, "Oh, but you did data with hybrid. Now you've
Yes.
pivoted to product engineer." So
Yes.
that's the point of personal development, really. You
Yes.
find your vibe until you get exactly what it is that you love. So, what's your general advice for people?
Mm,
The amazing thing about your story is that you're still a university student, but you're
yes.
already you're already you're already making in. Let me not expose your. But you're already working and
Yeah.
earning like typical people would earn. What's your
Yeah.
general advice around personal development and how people can go about that?
Okay. So when you hear of tech, yeah, most people they are scared. Oh yeah, I cannot do this. Lot of programming, lot of this, lot of that. So there's this fear that oh no, I cannot. So you just push that away and you just do it basically. So it might seem daunting like at the beginning, but when you look at the fundamentals, when you like go from the ground up, so don't just start midway. Like you go from the fundamentals and then build everything up. It will really really help you. So you should not be afraid to like read documentations or watch YouTube tutorials or reach out to people that are already there to help you. So just instead of thinking about it, just start it. It gets easier, and with time you see the results. You see the results because when you're really good at what you do, when you've upskilled, when you know like so many things and like tie everything together, you find a lot of jobs like coming your way, and you're making money, and I think you'll be happy if that is happening. So that's just
Yeah,
it. Just don't be scared. Just
yeah.
start basically.
Thank you
So
so
thank
much.
you.
Thank you so much, Divine. I've been told that Kike Lomo could not make it today, but the reason why we brought in some of our alumni was just to show you that this is real, right? This is real life, and people go through different stages of their personal development journey, right? So, like Divine said, start from somewhere. Does not matter where. Start from somewhere, and this will now usher in the next session, of the event today. We'll be going into our breakout room session now. Okay, we'll be going through our breakout room session now. Yeah, so I call on Emmanuel. Emmanuel, are you there? Over to you, Emmanuel.
Oh, yes, I'm here. Thank you so much, Austin. And welcome to everyone, every participant who has deemed it fit to join today's session. Essentially, why we're having this Tech Career 2024 session is to ensure that people, start the year very focused and start the year having one goal in mind, right? By first quarter, half of the year, you've secured that skill and you've landed your dream job. And so right about now, we're going to the breakout room session. So the breakout room really is divided into four. We have the UX room, we have the business analysis room, we have the data analytics room, and we have the product management room. And if you joined the call early enough, you would have heard Austin introduce our esteemed professionals who will be handling those rooms. Now, the idea behind it is that they give you like an overview about that track, and then you ask your questions, and those questions will be responded to. We want to, as much as possible, ensure that we bring some level of clarity, to you as regards this career path or this skill you want to acquire in 2024, right? The date is ticking, the time is ticking. It's January 13th, and so it's very important that we make that decision and make that decision very, very fast. So I'll be calling on the team to share the link. So we have different links for the different track. So the product management has its own link. The UX has its own link. They will be named accordingly. Kindly do auto join. We have basically 20 or 25 minutes thereabout, right, Austin?
Yes. So just before we go into the breakout room, I think it's also important to mention. I don't know how this missed me because I was going to mention it. I think it's important to mention that two of our speakers are actually alumni of Hybrid, right? So we have Uzoma from business analysis who will be handling the business analysis breakout room. We also have Anthony who will be handling the UI UX breakout room. They are both alumni of Hybrid. So I would just like to quickly have a word or two from them, to hear a word or two from them. Just talk about their hybrid experience as well. Let us know how it was and what they currently doing at the moment. Of course, I've read out their bio, but at least I think it will be better if we hear from them. So I'm going to start with the lady Uzoma. Uzoma, you were an alum. You are an alumnus of Hybrid. Kindly tell us your experience, please.
Yes, so the experience was really great. Pascal and the team were amazing. And that's what I would say to anyone who wants to have hands-on, business analysis experience to, jump on the train coming in January, because trust me, that's what you really want to do if you want to be a business analyst. The fact that there was a lot of I mean, for me, for any job you want to do, right, you need hands-on experience, because you don't want to get a job and you're looking like you don't understand what's going on. Okay, so I remember we did a lot of visualization with I think it was the Miro board we used, and that was really great, right? I had learned how to use Visio, but I'd not worked with Miro, and it was really helpful to learn that. It was really good, and there was a lot of case studies we did, and we had to present the work we did as well. And looking back, you see that every single thing you will do in Hybrid end to end pretty much is what you're going to do when you get the job. So it's very important for every single person thinking about joining to just make up their mind like this minute and just get on with it, because this is what you need. To be very honest, it's pretty much what you need.
All right, thank you so much, Uzoma, for that. So Anthony, can you Can you please share your UI UX experience with us when you did that with hybrid?
Sure. My experience was quite good. I came into hybrid looking for a place where I could sort of learn everything that I needed to learn in UX and UI in one place in a organized, structured way. I'd spent a lot of time online learning basics and researching, so I just needed to sort of tie all that together in one complete session. I think one of the biggest takeaway for me was like the project that we did that put us in a group, and we had to work together to deliver a product at the end of the session. That sort of put into practice the knowledge and tested whether you actually understand what you've been learning, tested whether you can work with team members, tested like your ability to collaborate with people across different countries, different time zones. So it really gave you a first-hand idea of what you're going to face in the job. Because right now I am actually working with people from across different countries, different time zones. You really need to figure out how to arrange your meetings so that everyone can make. So I think it was quite an amazing experience for me as well.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much. Let me get back to Uzoma. Uzoma, can you tell us your journey? Can you please tell us your journey from when you finished your program with hybrid to where you are now?
Okay, so I'll pick up from what Divine mentioned when he was talking about his journey, right? So for me, I was doing a lot because apparently I was doing a lot of business analysis in the jobs that I was doing in the past, but none of the roles that I did actually said I was a business analyst, So for me, it was really concerning, and I just needed to move out and break out of that. And then I moved into a new country, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to get a role that actually calls me business analyst, and with everything we had done in the past, it really helped me. And right now, by the way, for anyone wondering what GOC means, GOC is the government of Canada, right? So it was really amazing because I landed in the country, and like 2 months later, I already got a job as a business analyst. So it's trust me, some people say that I was lucky, but that's not what it is, because I had literally lived for a time like this, where aside from hybrid, to be very honest, you would have to do a lot of personal research, because you have to develop yourself. Like, trust me, I have YouTube channels that I literally, I can tell you that if they had 100 videos, I'd watch 100 videos just to be certain that every single thing that I had done in the past, I could actually transfer to this. And it's been an amazing journey for me, to be honest. I cannot even complain.
I can tell from the passion with which you're
I mean, to be honest, right? I always try to say that to anybody who wants something, if it's business analysis you want, you have to go the extra mile, right? So once Pascal and the team are done teaching you, you go back to your research, see what you need to, just bring in questions to the next session, so that if there are things that are unclear to you, they can help you break it down. I mean, that's pretty much people that are at your disposal for that time frame. If it's an 8 weeks period, they are there to answer your questions. So knock yourself out so that after that period, you can go back and start applying. Trust me, like, I applied for so many jobs that I cannot even lie. I still reject interviews till this day because I'm like, please, I want to breathe. So it's something that I believe that if every single person puts their hats to, that's this training. Put your heart to it. Research as much as you can. Ask as many questions, and please connect to as many people doing the job you want as possible, and you're going to get everything that you actually want.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I think it's time to go into our breakout room. The team is going to be dropping the link to the rooms. Please check your chart if you're interested in going into the business analysis room. You have enough time to speak with Uzoma. If you're interested in going into the product management room, you have enough time to speak with Temitope. Ask her a lot of questions. If you are interested in going into the UI UX design room, you have a lot of time to speak with Anthony and also the data analytics. So, team, can we have the links? Can we please have the links in the chat? So we're gonna do this breakout room for 40 minutes. So that means you have enough time to discuss with the speaker in that room. Ask them as much questions as you want. Understand the nitty-gritty, then make it that will guide you into making a decision as regards your personal development in 2024. Now, when we come back, we're going to have the scholarship quiz. Please don't forget, we're going to come back to this main room. So we're going to leave the link of this main room in our separate rooms. When we come back, we're going to have the scholarship quiz, and one lucky person will be winning will be winning an accelerator course of their choice. Okay. So do we have the rooms in now? Yes, we have the rooms in. Product management, your link is shared already. If please go to the product management room now. The UI UX design room is also ready. Please go to that room now. The data analytics room is also ready. Do we have the business analysis? Please go to that room now. Please don't leave this room before going to that room, so that you don't miss out on the link. The link is on the chat box. Let me just share my screen so that you can see where the link is. So as we can see, as you can see, you click here, you click on the chat box, and then you see the data analytics. I think there are two data analytics in this room. You see the product management, you see the UI UX design. We're waiting for the business analysis, please. We're waiting for the business analysis. Okay, so the business analysis is also here. Please click on any of these rooms that you would like to go into, and then go have the discussion with our speakers. Please check the chat box. Click on any room: business analysis, data analytics, product management, UI UX design. Okay, so let's go now. We should be going into our separate rooms, our respective rooms now. Please, let's go in. Are we going into these rooms? Okay, Al-Maruf will do that now. Hi, everyone. If you're just joining us, we have our breakout room ready. We have the UI UX design. We have the product management. We have the business analysis, and we have the data analytics. Please pick a room, join it, ask as much questions as you can, the speakers, our guest speakers, are happy to answer your questions. I'll be sharing the links again. I just shared the links again. Please look at the links and click on any one of them.
Hi, Austin. So it still says that you will join the call when someone lets you in. It's been like that for a minute.
Oh, okay. Please, if you're in charge of the business analysis room team, if you're in charge of the business analysis room, please, people are waiting to be let in.
Austin.
Yes.
So I'm already in data analytics. So Balogun is not here, right?
Okay.
You didn't confirm. You said, okay. Is Balogun not here?
No, it's not here. I don't think he's here.
All right. So thank you.
Anderson, please go ahead. Anderson, please go ahead. Do you have a question? Yes, Cynthia, somebody will let you in now. My apologies for the delay. Augustine, please go ahead.
Yeah, I can hear you, sir.
Yes.
I want to be a part of the business analysis class.
Okay, please click the link on the chat box. Have you seen the links?
I'm not seeing any link so far.
Go to the chat box, or maybe you're just joining. I'll post it again.
I'm just joining, yeah.
Okay, so I'll post it again. Okay, I just did. Please check the chat box. You'll see the business analysis breakout room.
We are still waiting to be admitted to the BA class.
Okay, Maxwell, who's in charge of the BA class? Sorry, please give me a minute. I will sort that out now. My apologies.
Austin, at this point, you're going to give us an extra 20 minutes for this delay.
my apologies. My apologies. That's the thing with technology sometimes.
I mean, I totally relate.
All right. So we're trying to fix that issue now. Okay. Can we use this place then? So if you're for business analysis, please just stay here. Then we can use this for business analysis. Nancy, what do you mean?
I'm hearing you guys from my breakout room, so I don't know if I'm the only one experiencing it.
Okay. Do you want to leave the where's your breakout room? What's your breakout room? What room?
UX.
Okay, can you leave this one for now?
Okay.
Sorry, please leave this one for now. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Okay.
All right. So we're using this place for business analysis, right?
Yes. Please go ahead.
Perfect. So is everyone here for business analysis or against us? So if you're here for business analysis, just give me a thumbs up. Thank you. Perfect. Alrighty. Super. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Right. So, Austin, let me know when you are
Yes, we're ready.
done. I think
We're ready. Go ahead.
you're still sharing your screen, I guess.
Uh, is that me?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it's you. Oladimeji Ojo.
Oladimeji, please could you stop sharing your screen? Thank you. Thank you, Oladimeji.
Alrighty, so let me see. Give me a minute. Okay, so I'm trying to share my screen. I don't know if you guys can see it. Can you?
Yeah, it's coming up.
Okay. Perfect. All right. So okay. All right, thank you everyone. Again, my name is Uzoma. Yeah, so my name is Uzoma Achisim. I pretty much believe that we have, I mean, there has been an introduction, but I'm a business analyst with the government of Canada, precisely the Immigrations, Refugee and Citizenship Canada, that's IRCC. So I'm going to be walking you through this entire business analysis session. I'll try to make this as short as possible, right? So that we can have, we can take questions afterwards. Okay. So let me see if it's okay. So perfect. So what is business analysis? Pretty much. So first things first, I want us to open our minds to this, right? Some people already know what it is. Some people have no clue about it. And what I've done here is to try as much as possible to not exactly talk about anything related to technology, to be honest, right? But we know that it's hugely a technology field. But I want everyone here to know that, you know, sorry, give me a minute. Okay. I want everyone here to know that business analysis can be applied anywhere. Okay. And that's why, if you want the call out, I was saying that I have in the past been doing roles that were hugely business analysis, but they were never called business analysis, maybe because it wasn't tech related. Okay. So business analysis is the practice of enabling change in an enterprise by identifying the needs, recommending solutions that add value to the stakeholders. Now, this is me paraphrasing IIBA's definition because that's literally been in my head. And I have, sorry, I have two screens, so I'm trying to look at the bigger screen and then trying to maneuver. Okay, so I've highlighted the change, the enterprise, the needs, the solutions, value, stakeholders. These are pretty much what you need to look at when you are, yeah. If you have any questions, I'll take them eventually, but that's when we're done with the entire session. I'm sorry about this. These are the, so when you have a, if there's a change you need to implement. So let me give you an instance. Okay, so I cannot talk about the current job that I do, so I'm going to talk about my previous experiences. So there was a time when we had a lot of issues, right, with the organization I was working with at the time. Our data wasn't turning out as it should. It was affecting the way we did business. It was affecting our forecast. It was leading to waste. There were just a lot of problems, right? And then the business thought about, okay, we need to change this. We need to increase our we need to increase the will I say increase the transparency? We need to have better transparency when it comes to our data, so that at the end of the day we don't have to now have the ripple effect of a lot of damages, a lot of waste and destructions that we used to do at the time. And we did an analysis to look at all the different people within the industry at the time, to see what tool were these guys using, what software were they using to get the results that they were getting. Now, the change is that we needed a better transparency in terms of the data that we had. The enterprise is, of course, the business that we're working with. The need was, we needed to the waste we were having at the time was a lot, and we couldn't, I mean, as a business, you can't be losing millions of dollars month on month because of an issue that you could resolve, right? The solutions that we had at the time, there was a solution that Accenture had built that we could tailor to the business. Sorry, 1 minute. Austin, please help the person that wants to join the data analytics breakout session. And then the value we're adding was that, at the end of the day, that solution that we had churned out helped, it gave us on the go visibility of our sales. We had, we were able to put every single thing we were doing manually at the time became very automated. Like we barely did anything manually, so if you get what you would naturally do with a book and a pen, we were doing it with the software that was deployed at the time. The stakeholders we had a lot of stakeholders, people who were affected directly or indirectly by that solution: the salespeople, the marketing team, the logistics, the customer service. Every single person was involved. So that's pretty much what business analysis is. That change that we're trying to deploy, that is going to add value to the people that are going to be affected by it. That's literally what business analysis is. Okay, so when you're identifying and analyzing business problems, needs, opportunities, and you're using the insights that you've gotten to, achieve the goals of the organization and meet the needs of the organization, you're literally practicing business analysis, right? So who are business analysts? What do we do? So pretty much, simply put, anyone who is responsible for doing all these things, right? Problem identification, business needs identification, facilitating an elicitation of user needs. So elicitation is you trying to draw out information from people. Okay, so if you're trying to have a session, maybe you have a focus group. So there was a time when at the time, I think I was a product manager. I was there was a couple of focus groups that we had to put together. There was an elicitation of user needs at the time, because we're trying to understand, okay, what do these people need from in this product? What do they want to see? And you're going to be doing a lot of this. You're going to be talking to a lot of people, cross-functional teams, loads of people. You're going to be having to interact with them per time, because as a business analyst, you are literally a people's person. You can be an individual contributor, right? However, you need to work with other people. So you're working with your users, you're working with your dev team. If you're in the tech space, you're working with your project manager, you're working with, think about literally cross-functional for different functions, HR, depending on the project you're working on, you're going to be working with different sets of people, okay? And then you're going to verify the deliverables. Okay, what do we want to see? So for instance, the software that I was talking about that eventually was deployed in my organization, what we wanted to see, so it was in phases, right? So the first thing we wanted to do was, first of all, let's get the right numbers, from the data from our team. So everyone goes out with a device that has the software installed in it, and when they step out, they impute all that they've sold into it. All right, so that was the first bit of it. And then the second bit of it was saying, we need to now be certain that people are complying to their roots and all that. And then we had different steps of it. But the first, which was the first one that was deployed, was just for us to have the right data. All right. So you need to verify what needs to be turned out in that project. Business reengineering. So a lot of business analysts might not actually, go through the whole process of maybe writing requirements and all that, what do users needs and all that. Some people might actually just be focused on business process reengineering or business process improvement. Okay. You're facilitating effective communication between your business and then the technical team. Okay, so you're going to be having the technical team, that's your developers, your testers, or your QA engineers. You're going to be having those guys there, and we're going to be having constant communication. So the business doesn't know all your technicalities. They really don't know anything about that. Imagine I go to meet my CEO and I'm trying to tell him that there's a particular functionality that I want to see in a software that we're deploying. Trust me, it's not the man's business. He just wants to see all he wants to know is, at the end of the day, are we going to get the users to be able to, an instance, sign up with their email address and password, all right? He doesn't want to know the way it's going to work. All you need to now do is take in all the information that the business team has given to you and go back to the technical team and translate it to them in a way that they understand. So you're literally the middleman between the business and the technical team. So what do BAs do? Pretty much have talked about this. Oh, you're going to be developing some very good business cases, because you have to justify why you need to do it, right? So you are telling the business that there is a need for, the business has come to you to say there is a need, and now you're telling them that they would have to invest, say, $1 million in it. I'm sorry, what is the return on investment? You have to put that all there. Okay, so you have to break it all down. And then you see where it talks about you're going to develop sound business cases with a realistic estimation of resources and business benefits. It's too crucial. Like, you don't do anything without having the benefits, the value that the business would want to see. Okay. Of course, you're going to be eliciting business needs. We've talked about that. And then assessment of proposed systems options. So remember when I talked about the business that I worked with, and then we were looking at an analysis of the, the different competitors that we had in the market. We had to search. You see, we had about 5 different softwares that other people were using, but we needed the one that was not only cost effective, but also ease of use was super important. So those are the things you'll be looking into when you're trying to weigh the different solutions that you have available, to be certain that those solutions would actually answer to the needs of the stakeholders who literally are your business, right? Every single thing you're doing is to ensure that the end users would use, and not just use, but would appreciate what you're doing in terms of the value that's adding to them. Okay. Then of course you just plan and monitor other business analysis activities, skills that business analysts needs. So as I was saying, right, I had done a lot of business analysis in my previous roles, and you can actually transfer those skills to tech. All right, because every single thing I had a folder where I looked at a lot of the documents I had in that, that I had put together from my previous jobs, and then saw some of the documents I presented. And I'm like, why was I never called a business analyst for goodness sakes? Because I had done a lot of these things. So very importantly, you need to start, if you want to, transition into the tech space, I would say that you should from today start thinking of all the things you've done in the past. What are the solutions I was part of, helping the business put together? You might just have been part of the team, right? But you saw how these things were done. You have the skills. start thinking of everything that you've done, and you can just put that in your resume as things you've done. Because I mean, those skills, you have those skills, you're going to be a good communicator as a business analyst, because trust me, you're going to be talking to a lot of people, you're going to be in different meetings. I already literally know that I'm going to have, for instance, have a mad day on Monday, and then Tuesday as well, with the different spring planning meetings and all the other meetings you're going to be having. So you're going to have a lot of meetings as a business analyst, for sure. Okay, so you need to be able to communicate with your stakeholders, with your users, with every single person who you're going to be coming in contact with. Analytical thinking, you need to be able to think broadly, right? Because you need, I mean, there's sometimes you'd see a problem and you might not just be able to resolve it off the top of your head. You need to be able to think critically and analytically, so that you are able to you know, bring out results that would add value to your stakeholders. Problem solving, of course, that is very important. You need to be literally on your feet per time, thinking of how to ensure that all the loopholes, all the gaps, all the issues that you're having, you are able to solve them. You know, if it doesn't have to be you solving them directly, you could get solutions that you could, softwares, that could help you solve it. It might just be that it's just an API can help you resolve an issue that is supposed to be a big deal, for your organization. Presentation, of course, you're going to be having to present a lot. You're going to be having to present a lot to your stakeholders, to your business. You're going to be doing that a lot. So you need to be able to put together presentations and then stand in front of them. If you're working physically, you have to be in a room with all of them, or speak, just as I'm doing virtually if you're going to be working remotely. Facilitation, of course, you're going to be doing a lot of workshops, a lot of focus groups. So you need to be able to hold the audience and make sure that they don't, lose focus of the main reason why they're there. Because when you're having workshops, for instance, you can have people, derailing from the topic of the day. You need to be able to bring them back and say, you know what, let's stay on topic. Okay. And then interpersonal, of course, you need to be able to relate with people, and not just only, I always say this, don't just only go to some of your stakeholders only when you need something from them. Try to build a relationship with these people, because they are humans. Okay. If someone doesn't have a relationship with you normally, and then of course, this person, and for some weird reason, they just come and ask you for something, you would not prioritize their need, when versus the person who on a day-to-day, and the person is coming to you to ask you for something. You will prioritize the need of the person who has a conversation with you, maybe not all the time, but has some sort of relationship with you. Don't just be the business analyst that's always asking. Be the business analyst that maintains some sort of relationship with the most important people that if you work really big organization like I do, where in fact on the IT team we're over like 1,000, right? So how do you want to even start doing that? All right. So you need to see the people that matter the most to you, right? If you have a small knit team, if your team of maybe your agile teams, like maybe 8 or 10 people, your dev team, the BS, product owners, and all that, make those people like have a constant conversation with those people. Don't just be the person that just pops in and say, "Oh, please, can I have this?" No, it doesn't work that way. What else do I have here? Landing your first bureau, what you need to do to land your first job. Trust me, I'll say this. I don't know if this has everything that I would really like to say, but I've already mentioned it. Transferable skills, very important. X-ray your current role, your previous roles, see what skills you can leverage to delve into the field. Seek knowledge, join a hands-on bootcamp like this one. Okay, it's very crucial. Networking, connect with other business analysts via LinkedIn. I know that if you join hybrid, I think you'll be given a target to join like 100 to connect with, I think, like 100 people that are doing that in the field that you want. So that's really very helpful, because the more you connect with these people, you see the things that they repost, you see the things that they post, you know, those would help you even learn better. I'm even still learning. Okay. What else? Get mentors. So for me, for instance, before I came into this country, I had people who I was already talking about what the business analysis landscape looked like here and what I needed to do, the skills I needed to get. You know, if there were any certifications I wanted, I had people who I was asking that. So they were really helping me and guiding me towards the path. Okay. Teach it. Oh my goodness. I love this part because what you teach, you don't forget. Right. So if you see people, excuse me, please. If you see new people coming into the field, people who want to know it, once you've learned as much as you can, and someone says, oh, I want to do business analysis, jump in. Okay, try to teach the person as much as you know. Sometimes you see that what you think you know, you don't even know as well. You will go research so that you could, you know, ensure that what you're teaching the person is aligned to the right part. So that's so crucial. Resume prep, get your resume battle ready. Like, trust me, every single person that knows me always asks me what I have put in my resume, because if I apply for, I don't want to just use vague numbers, but chances are that if I am consistent with applying for jobs every single day, let's say like 5 jobs every single day, there are chances that from 2 weeks from then, when people start calling, won't start calling for interviews, I'm going to get at least one call every day to interview. Just ensure that your resume has numbers. There are metrics that you use to what's the word? You have numbers, metrics that you use to oh, I mean, make your achievements quantifiable. That's what I'm trying to say. Make your achievements on your resume quantifiable. Solve case studies. Trust me, most of the business analyst interviews now will ask you for case studies. That will ask you to solve for case studies. I've gotten like 4. You know, that I mean, case studies that some will tell you to build process flow diagrams and all that. You need to see how you can get that on LinkedIn. There are so many case studies that you can actually get from a lot of people that post it. Okay. Never stop believing in yourself. Kill the imposter syndrome, because trust me, sometimes you feel like you're not good enough, but you are good enough. You have the experience. You can actually get into that field and you would kill it. Okay. Don't sell yourself short. Do not sell yourself short. When you eventually land the job, when you eventually are called to be given the offer, if you find out that the industry standard, okay, so speaking for me that is in Canada, if you find out that the industry standard is maybe $90,000 or $100,000 per annum, ask for it. Ask for your worth. Do not think that you are not good enough. Ask for your worth and then sign your offer. Really, give me a second. Just sign your offer, and I think that's pretty much it. Thank you so much. See you at the top. Please let me get questions. We're out of time, guys.
Okay, so we have Grace Ademola and Quadri Omawumi. We have 2 more people raise their hands. So I'll start with Grace. Grace, please go ahead with your question. Grace, are you there? Okay. Quadri Omawumi, please go ahead with your question. Omawumi, are you there? Okay. Ezim Dimma Mwapa, please go ahead with your question. Ezim Dimma Mwapa, please go ahead with your question. Okay. Babajide Ajiboye, please go ahead with your question.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Please go ahead with your question.
Yeah, good afternoon to the mentor and the person who made the wonderful presentation. Yes, so my question to you is, my background is in finance and then procurement and supply chain management. So how can I, or can you advise how I can transition seamlessly into business analysis, right? Given that I already took a course in business analysis slash project management a few months ago. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, thank you for that question. So I would say, as I said before, take a bit of time to sit with yourself, okay, to x-ray your job, the job you have, your finance background, your procurement background. You would not tell me that you've never had to present to your stakeholders, right? There are times that you run analysis to be certain that, for instance, in procurement, that what you're trying to get for your organization is the best. And I mean, you always have options, right?
Yes.
So I mean, why would you have to choose the one you're choosing? So that's me, that's you selecting solutions, for instance. Okay, the one that best fits your business need. All right. So you have to literally sit with yourself. Trust me, it took me some time, right? And you know how you do x-rays, you're seeing what is inside, you're not looking at the outside, you're not looking at the exterior, you're looking inwardly to say, what are the things? So have I had to work with cross-functional teams for? I don't know the kind of organization you work with, but if you're working in procurement, you definitely will work with different people,
That's correct.
cross-functional teams. So look at those transferable skills you can bring from your current or your previous jobs into business analysis, and then let it be that you're transitioning into tech, right? That you're learning now, what you're now learning are the technical bits of it. All right. So technical bits of it being things like maybe visualization using of your processes using maybe the likes of Visio and Lucy Chat and and Miro boards and those. Let it be that it's the technical bit you're now learning. Oh, I want to learn how to write a user story, how to build write a business requirements document. Let it be that it's the technical bits that you're now trying to see. But when you, for instance, decide that you want to buy something, all right, you would have to justify to the business that the money they're spending is worth it, correct? That is
Yes.
you building a business case. You might not have done a business case documentation in terms of a document. However, um you are justifying it to the business that it's the right decision to make. So you need to look at those things and see how you could mirror those things and just relate it to what you're doing, and then trying to enhance yourself. So if it's writing, for instance, because your writing skills have to be top notch as a business analyst, then you can decide, okay, let me start learning those things, let me start seeing how the parts that I do not have, the things I do not have, I can then start, expanding myself and trying to learn those things. But trust me, there are a lot of things that as a professional you already have that you can bring to the table in this one.
All right. Thank you very much. Let me go to Cynthia and please go ahead and ask your
Thank you.
question.
Uh, Thank you so much for that wonderful section. Okay, so mine is the technical aspects now. Um, what should one check? Basically, if you want to transition into the BAs, and I remember when you're sharing your hybrid experience, you also mentioned some self-development lessons and trainings you had to undertake. So, would you kindly point us towards probably sites we can check out,
Yeah, sure.
websites, YouTube videos, who should we subscribe to that will really take us through that self-development to acquire the technical skills that one require.
Okay, so I'm dropping something for you guys on the chat. This lady, the Carolis lady, that's her. I think just type Carolis on YouTube, and she's see. If you watch Carolis's videos and you do your hybrid training, right? And you don't land a job in, let's say, 6 months, then you do not watch the videos well. That's how good she is. She'll teach you how to write user stories, how to build business requirement documentation, how to do UAT testing, how to write test scripts. Trust me, that's all you need. In fact, I don't even need to say more. Just go to that YouTube channel, watch as much as you can, and you'd understand what I'm saying.
All right.
So yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Grace, are you with us now?
Yes, I want to say something.
All right, please go ahead with your question. I'll come
Okay,
to
thank you.
you, Patience, Ronald. I'll come to you guys.
Okay, thank you so much for the presentation. It was really, really helpful. I want to ask about, she mentioned something about transferable skills in her presentation. So I want her to be specific on the skills we need to, equip ourselves with. And also again, I want her to expatiate more on the hybrid training. I'm not sure if it's an internship or training or paid training or it's an actual job. I'm not exactly sure about it. So I want her to expatiate more on that too.
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to talk about the bits that concerns me, and Austin will talk about the bits that concerns him. Okay. So transferable skills: presentation, facilitation, communication, your writing skills that are the skills that you already have. Okay. So for instance, communication, we're able to communicate. If you're in your organization, you're able to talk to people, you're able to have them, convince them, for instance, persuade them to get on board with you on maybe a project you're working on. Okay, you're communicating with them. Your presentation, if you ever had to walk anyone through, it doesn't even have to be in the organization. If you've ever had to walk anyone through your thought process, all right, presenting it to them like in an itemized format, then you're good with that. All right. I shared, I think, let me just go back a little bit here. This is just a lot of okay. Then you have the interpersonal skills, because you're going to be working with a lot of cross-functional teams. Problem solving, you need to have the problem solving mindset, right? Always think like you're always thinking of, how do I solve this problem? How do I fix this? What solutions will be the answer to this issue that I'm currently having? Analytical thinking, critical thinking. There are loads of things that you already have. That's what I'm saying. The truth. I think the major issue that most of us have is that we don't even think that these are skills that we have, right? We don't believe that they are skills, but these are things. Trust me, there's there are people who that I'll talk to sometimes, and they're like, "Oh, you're really good at this thing." I was talking to someone once, and the person was like, "You're such an orator," and I'm like, "What's my business with oratory? Like, what's my business with that?" Right? But it's because I have actually in the past built my ability to communicate with people, right? And I didn't see that as anything. Trust me, after the guy mentioned that, I then realized, this is me, right? That has always, I would say that I'm a very self-conscious person. But it then dawned on me that, see, you are good at actually talking to people, communicating with people. Leverage on that. You're a business analyst. That is your number one skill. All right. Then your ability to be able to talk to people. You're going to be having communications with people per time. If you're interviewing, trust me, I have a friend who is, when it comes to interviews, super guy, he's able to communicate with you normally. But when it comes to interviews, he's fidgeting because he feels like, oh, he's not able to communicate his, what his desires are and all that. You need to literally hone all the skills. think about again, x-ray yourself, x-ray your skills, x-ray your current job. What are the things that help you get by every single day? I can't show you my workspace here. Like there are post-its everywhere, like that remind me, okay, this is what you know, these are the skills you have. Put it there. I wanted to say, even call those things that be not as though they are. Do you understand? Like sometimes you know that you're good at something, but when it gets to that point, you're like, when it gets to the point you're supposed to even use it to your advantage, you start wondering, oh, am I even good at this thing? No. And that's one thing with business analysis, to tell you need to have, you see, I strive as a business analyst, right, that also teaches other business analysts to demystify this whole thing. Because a lot of people just feel like business analysis is a lot. Well, it can be if you let it, right? So think of yourself and what you do. Try as much as possible. Go on LinkedIn. Watch Carolis as much as you can. Listen to her. Okay, see what a business analyst would naturally do on a day-to-day, because we cannot exhaust it. And trust me, even a 12 weeks period, we're going to keep going back and forth on what the little nitty-gritties that you need to do. So just listen to that video, see how much you can understand what a business analyst does, and then see what you do currently that you can translate into what a business analyst currently does. Yeah, Austin, your bit.
All right, thank you. So we have a session for what hybrid is and what we do. So we're gonna play. We're gonna, for the benefit of every other person in other rooms, we're going to have a session on that, Grace. I hope that's clear. We'll tell you about hybrid in a little bit. Okay. So let's entertain two more questions. I see that Ronald. Okay, Ronald has dropped his hands. Omowumi, do you want to go ahead?
Hello.
Okay, Ronald, please go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So my question has sort of been answered. That's why I dropped my hand. But I just felt okay. Maybe the presenter may say one or two things that she didn't say before that may just do the trick for me. My challenge is that I don't feel adequate to take on any of all these roles, business analysts, data analysts, the likes of them. Though I've been hearing about it for a long time now. The reason is this. My background is not anyway related to science or tech. I actually studied law. I've gotten all the level to masters. And even in law, I mean, what we know to be law in Nigeria, litigation, from my own experience, I would say it's not even my forte. So the situation I'm in now is like I'm stuck in a career-wise. So that was one of the reasons why I started looking towards all these tech roles, because according to forecasts, they seem to be promising. But I felt, and as I've been reminded often, that mathematics is not my strength, it's actually my weakness. So I was feeling like, okay, I've gone online, I've searched, and they say, no, you don't necessarily need to be a mathematician, but something tells me that they are just boboing me to make me feel better. But eventually maths is going to, my weakness in maths is going to catch up with me. So that's why I've been stalling, I've been dragging my feet, I'm really confused, having headaches every day. And I just want to get some kind of career guidance from her. So she's not really related to her presentation. But the thing is, I feel my strength is in writing and speaking. I feel I like to talk. I notice I write from childhood. I've been a talkative. So I felt my strength is in that. And even from the commendations I've received from teachers, even from a critic, was that I seem to be good at presentations. And writing, it's from other things that I've done from other people's side hustles. Writing seems to be one of my skills. So I don't think that would be enough for me to become a business analyst. Yeah, that's just what I wanted to say.
Okay.
So Uzo, please, in 30 seconds, if you can
it's going to be difficult to do it in 30 seconds, but I'm going to try. So Ronald, it's important to mention here that first off, in business analysis, you don't have to do a lot of data related stuff. So that part of mathematics, well, that leave that to data analysis. Okay. In business analysis, you're using other skills that you could, oh goodness. Austin, this your 30 seconds is not working for me. So you're using your skills, like your speaking, your writing, and all that, to actually get actually get results. The reason why it's called business analysis and analysis is because you are analyzing a business to see what issues they have, prefer solutions to them that would add value to them, and end to end. So that's what it means. Okay, you can at the end use data, but nobody's going to ask you 1+1. Whatever you are going to do, there are softwares, there are applications that you could use to get your results, right? So you don't have to worry yourself about that. There are loads of roles that are related to. So for instance, anybody that has a product management background that wants to get into something like business analysis can become a product analyst, right? There are different roles in different places that can, be aligned to what you want for yourself. So I don't want you to believe that you don't have the ability to do it. And that's why I brought up this place, skilled imposter syndrome. See, you are good at whatever you set your mind to do, you can actually achieve it. So first things first, don't get enveloped with all the happenings. Everybody's saying tech, everybody's saying this. First off, try to understand, what does it even entail? From me, as I speak to you here, when I first started to say, okay, before I even delve into business analysis, I've done a lot of data analytics. I'm a maths person, by the way, so I love it. Right. I've done a lot of data analysis. I've written SQL queries. I've written Python. Think about it. I've done all that. I'm an Excel guru. Like, I can teach you Excel for days. So I thought to myself that, okay, I could leverage all that and delve into data analysis. I said that that's not God's plan for me. And I moved. Right. So you would have to now ask yourself, after duly understanding what business analysis is this what I want to do? There is business analysis. I always try to make this clear. And business analytics, they are two different things. Business analytics, you're going to be doing a lot with data and all that, and but in business analysis, you're just pretty much trying to work with your stakeholders to get the kind of results that you want to get. Okay, so Ronald, I would say, first of all, understand what the two roles are, data analysis and business analysis are. If you're not a math person, if you're not good with numbers, then maybe data is not for you. But business analysis, with your speaking and your writing skills, then please leverage business analysis. You can definitely do it.
All right. Thank you very much. While we wait, are we all back here? Can we please confirm if we're all back? Thank you so much, Uzoma, for that beautiful session. Sure everybody appreciates that. Okay, I can see that we are all back. Great. So let's go back to the usual transmission. Emmanuel, are you here?
Yeah, live and direct. I'm here.
All right, great. So I'm going to over to you to take us to the next set of activities. Please, everybody, we thank you very much for the session. We want to also thank our speakers for the amazing job they've done. Can we all just please use our emoji and appreciate every single one of them? Thank you very, very much for the knowledge that you've shared with the people today. Thank you so much. So I would ask us to all stay back. There's still more to be done. There's still the scholarship
Austin.
quiz. Yes, go ahead,
Austin.
please.
So I see 3 hands up. I see Grace, Quadri, and Izimdima. Like, do they have questions or something?
Oh yes, Grace has asked a question. Grace, do you still have another question? I've tried calling on Izimdima and Quadri, but they did not answer. So I want to believe Grace has asked that question. Yeah. So Emmanuel, over to you, please.
All right. Yeah. Thank you so much, Austin. And thank you everyone who joined all the breakout rooms, the DA, the P, PM. So those are the acronyms: DA Data Analytics, PM Product Management, BA Business Analysis, and we have the UX Design. And special shout out to the esteemed professionals that have led that conversation. So right about now, we just want to know, who is Hybrid? Who are the people behind Hybrid? And if you have visited our website, you will know we are very passionate about, preparing career professionals for the future of work. And we have a very unique approach to doing that, right? So this is not Udemy, this is not Coursera, this is not EDX. It's an instructor-led live class that holds you by a hand to gain mastery in whatever track you've decided, to move ahead with. So far, we've trained over, 1,000 plus professionals. A couple of them have gone ahead to do amazing things. Some of them have come back as instructors. They've, climbed through the career rank, and they've come back to still, give back to the community. While some other people have started their own companies, some other people are leading departments in different organizations locally and even in developed economies, right? So it solves and addresses the question about, is this certificate relevant in the UK? Is it relevant in the US? Is it relevant in Canada? Every part of the world, our students are, leveraging the knowledge they've gathered to disrupt their industries. So like you can see, we have our instructors companies. The very idea why we have instructors who are practicing is because we are not preparing you to become, professors that will be teaching business analysis on a chalkboard, right? We are preparing you to essentially deploy that skill to addressing problems in these sectors. And so that's why we have, instructors from different parts of different companies. Some of the companies that you admire: PwC, Amazon, Mastercard, Salesforce, BDO, UBC, TELUS, name them. Even the government of Canada, like Osama mentioned, right? And so there are courses we offer at the moment, and there are courses on the pipeline. So currently we have product management. For those of us who joined the breakout room, you've been kind of, exposed to what product management is all about and what you can really do as a product manager. We have the business analysis, we have the data analytics, and we have the UX design. These are the courses currently we offer. If you click the link www.hybrid.io, you would find these courses. However, we have some courses in the pipeline which are going to be integrated in our pool of courses. We have the consulting and strategy, we have the career design program, artificial intelligence and applications. We have data strategy, we have HR analytics, we have Python programming, and a host of other courses. These courses are informed from some of the researches we do around, how technology is shaping, trade, how technology is shaping the workspace. So when we get to draw insights from this research, it informs what we put in the pool of courses, and as well even what you find in the modules of the program. So you get to see that intermittently, because technology is very dynamic, we get to iterate on our modules to ensure that it's relevant part time and is delivering relevance to industries. So for the next cohort, for those of us who is beating, you are beating your chest and saying, "No, what I need to take this." You see, is a necessary for some reason. For some people, they see it like a necessary pressure to put on themselves, because there is never a right time to do anything, right? And so when it's a necessary pressure, you put it on yourself and secure that. January 13th, we're having the first we're having the next cohort January 13th. The enrollment is already open, right? So you just go to www.hybrid.io/courses and you'll see all of those courses, the accelerator and the masterclass track. So all of these courses, basically, they are designed to prepare you for to become, experts in what you do. So January 13, 2024. And the interesting thing about this cohort is that you have the opportunity to get an internship opportunity, right? There's a privilege for you to get an internship opportunity if you, of course, terms and conditions applied for the January 13 cohort. And it's interesting to also note that you might not know this if you've not gone on our website. We currently have 40% scholarship or thereabouts, on some of the programs, and those scholarships we're getting to the threshold, of the number of applications we are allowing into that scholarship window. And so you want to, take the bold step and take the very quick, Sabinus, for those of us who are in Nigeria, understand that Sabinus makes some smart moves. You want to take some smart moves to, take advantage of the 40% scholarship in some of the programs, which will be going off, I think, in the coming days. And okay, so we're going to be going to the feedback, but please, the feedback is not the end of the program. We have a scholarship. If you had stayed with us long enough, since the start of this program, you would know that we had earlier announced a game section. So that game section is the winner for that game session would be given a full scholarship, right? We're giving a full scholarship. So you want to stay behind to ensure you take that to take part in that game. But before we do that, we need to have your feedback. There are about 42 people here, and it just makes sense to have 42 people, or say 40 people fill this form and tell us. There are some questions there. Those questions take you a minute to just reply to those questions. So I would like to call on the team to just share that feedback form, and let's give our very amiable and beautiful audience 3 to 5 minutes to get that form filled. And then before we move into the game for today. Thank you so much.
All right.
I want to
Thank you, Emmanuel. Thank you, Emmanuel. While the form will be posted on the chat box, please, if you have general questions regarding your sessions that you would like to ask now, please go ahead and ask. We'll be happy to answer them while we're filling this feedback form. Let me just again circle back. So the feedback form has been posted. Please tell us your thoughts, your honest thoughts. Let's know what you're feeling. Let me circle back to Grace's question regarding hybrid. Again, hybrid is a training platform for professionals, not just professionals but beginners. If you heard Divine's story, Divine was a student who took our data analytics program, and now he has pivoted and now works as a product engineer. So the what we do basically is personal development, professional and personal development, because those two are intertwined, right? If you want to develop yourself, it will affect every facet of your life. So that's what hybrid is. We have about 4 to 5 cohorts every year, 8 weeks cohorts, where we teach you programs like business analysis, data analytics, product management, and we are reintroducing UI UX design program. And our next cohort, like Emmanuel has just told you, will start on the 13th of January. So that's what hybrid does. I mean, so we prepare you for work, right? And our approach is such that when you take any of our programs, you will be giving case studies. If you remember, Uzoma said, reiterated the importance of case studies, because that's what will get you ready for a role in any of the program that you are taking, because that shows your recruiters that you've actually done something, like you've worked on a project, you've worked on a real life project. And that's the approach that we take in our learning experience. So that's what hybrid is for. If you have more questions, if you have general questions, please let us know. You can write it on the chat box. You can raise your hand. Please check the chat box now for the feedback form. Francis, please, could you give us real life updates about the feedback? Let's know how many people, how many persons are responding. Francis, are you there?
Yep, I'm here. Just a moment.
Thank you. Please, if you have questions, kindly share them with us, please. So after the feedback, we're going to go into the scholarship quiz. 11. We are 54. So 11 is quite poor. Let's get to, can we take it up to 20? Please, can we share the feedback form again for people? Just few seconds of your time. Just please feel free to answer. If you want to ask a general question, if you're not sure about anything, please go ahead. You have the floor now to do so. We will be taking the quiz now, and I wanted to also mention again that the quiz only gives you full scholarship. The winner of the quiz, we get full scholarship for our accelerator program. So we have accelerator program and we have masterclass program. So the quiz only gives you full scholarship to the accelerator program, any program of your choice, right? And yes, Almaroof, please go ahead.
Yes, good evening. Sorry, I want to confirm what's the difference between the masterclass and the accelerator.
Great question. Great question. So the accelerator program is typically for beginner level, and with the accelerator program, you could go ahead and apply for entry level roles. Even if you're very confident enough, you go for mid-level roles. But with the masterclass program, you have more case studies. You have a whole other interesting perks like mock interview, CV prep, and you speak with a lot of HR leaders within Canada and Europe who will take you through certain things as the masterclass. You're exposed to more resources as well, more reading materials as well, and yeah, and that prepares you for mid-level role, senior level roles as well. But both courses, both programs will give you the opportunity to be selected for an internship after the January cohort. Almaroof, I hope that's clear. Thank you very much. Sheyi, please go ahead.
Okay, I just wanted to ask, is it compulsory to do the accelerator before then move to the master level class, or you can do any one, or which?
You can do anyone. You can do anyone. There's no sequence to it. You can choose to, if you look at the master class and it appeals to you more, you can choose to go ahead and get that done. If you look at the accelerator, you say, okay, I want to start with this first, see how it goes. You can also do that. So you can start with anyone.
Okay, so what if you're just like entering, or like you're just entering, no experience or whatever? Can you start with the master class, or you?
Oh yes, most definitely. You can start with the master class if you're very new in that field. You can start with the master class program. That's not a problem at all.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, Francis, update on the feedback before we go to the scholarship quiz.
Yeah, we have 18 people now, 18 respondents. So we can take it up to 25 before the end of this.
Yes. So let's go to the next item on the activity today, and I'll call on Maxwell to lead us through that. Maxwell, over to you.
Thank you. Now, this is the fun part of the show. I want to thank everyone who's been here. For those of us who are in a very relaxed mood, please, this is the time to sit upright, bring out your gaming gears. I want to play some games and identify who will be going home with 100% funded scholarship for our accelerator program. Now, I need to see reaction. This is not the one people will not be answering. If you do not talk, if I do not see your reaction or something, even if you win, I might disqualify you. So can I get some reactions from everybody? How are you feeling about? Yes, I can tell you I see you. Oh yes, somebody is laughing. You think it's joke. This is not joking thing. We're talking about money here now, 100%. All right, bring it on. That's my people. Yippee! I see you, Oluwakayode. That's my guy. All right, quickly. Our advice, use another device if possible. Go to www.kahoot.it. I'm going to drop it on the chat box. Kahoot.it, and then type in the code. Oh, sorry. Hey, I've been is 3w www.kahoot.it. All right. Before I will say that's all, then use the code 813539. 813539. So please, this is not the time to use Olingopo as your name, because anybody can be Olingopo. This is the time for you to use your official name, if possible, your first and last name when joining the quiz. There's that opportunity. I see Cynthia, I see Oluwakayode. See, the person that is getting the gist is Oluwakayode. Osaz is getting it. Abigail got it. Victoria, there can be 4 Victorias on this call. All right. Uguru, there can be several Uguru on the call. Please use your first and last name. It at least no bias. We will know from get-go. So before other Cynthia will think the Lord is speaking to them when you eventually win the quiz. So please use your name. And things to know about this game is about accuracy first and then speed. Accuracy and speed. So it's not just about getting it right. If you get it right and you are milliseconds slower than the other persons, I tell you, the information goes to the winning score go to the other person. All right. How many do we have on the call now? 19. Can we blow up this number? I have over 40-something people if I take off members of the team. So can we blow up this number to at least 50? I will not beg people to join. This is not like feedback or break. This one is I want to give. I'm feeling like Santa Claus, so I will not beg you to come and collect gift from Santa. What will be the name? Hybrid Santa. So call me Mr. Santa from now. All right, it's 25. Yes, I see that coming. I see Daniel. I see Ibrahim. Okay.
So should we take it to 30? Should we take it to 30, or we should just go ahead?
That's the Holy Spirit in Austin begging you people to take it to 30. Who are the 4 remaining contestants? Who are the 4? Maybe the winner might be among that 4. Just maybe. Are you doubting yourself? Do not doubt yourself. Maybe your fingers will do the trick. Yes, Nancy, I see that. Make a decision now, Nancy. Yes. I see. It's not 25. Come on, bring it on. Who are the many people? Let's do. Wait, 25. That means it's dropping.
Yes,
I'm encouraging you to come up. People are Jesus. All right. I think we should start for interest of time. Just to. 25 means 1/25 chance for people here, because the more they increase is 1 over that thing from my probability cast in statistics. Hey, God, I'm not only Santa, I'm also a professor. All right, it's 27 now. Can we get more people? Yeah, I get many acronyms to my name. All right, 3 more people. Who are those 3 that will build the cart? Let's get to 30. 3 more people. 3 guys. This is free. Maybe you guys don't understand this thing. Let's take them. Let me tell them how much people are joking with. You are joking with over $390. $390. Do the math. For those in Nigeria, that's around 250,000 naira. This is what you are dealing with. Free of charge. You want to get. So I will encourage more people come on. But I think we can start now. For the interest of time, let's roll. Remember, the game is about speed and accuracy. Speed and accuracy. So it's the Tech Career 2024 scholarship quiz, and here it comes. What is the name of the organizer of this event? You can see we're just dashing money out. Is it hybrid? Is it hybrid? Or is it hybrid? Joy, it's shocking, right? All right. 4 people think we are hybrid. We are not electric vehicle. Mohammed on it. Mohammed is on fire. That name. Let me just speak with Mandela. Then Olushola is there. Robinson Akintayo. Well done, guys. Well done. Yes. Let's go to the next. This is our leaderboard now. Will Mohammed still lead the pack after question 2? ChatGPT is to open AI as bad is to. Yeah, exactly. AI plus human, great collaboration. You want to go into tech, you should know all these simple things. All right. And it's to Google. All right, let's see the. Oh my God, Mohammed still leading there. Mohammed Mandela, Robinson shooting up. Anthony from nowhere, Victoria, I see you guys. Fantastic. Let's go, guys. Welcome, Victoria, to the leaderboard, and Anthony. What does GPT in ChatGPT stand for? Hey, Georgia Peter Tonia. Transformer. generative, retrain, programming, whatever it is. Yeah, ChatGPT. Now see, you are feeling my groove, eh? All right. Oh God, it's pre-trained. You train it ahead of time. All right. And let's see the winner. Oh my God, Robinson, I see that. I see you, Robinson. Mandela, come on, you got it. Anthony's still on the spot. And Ajasa, yeah, on leaderboard. All right. The fastest climber is Simon. But Simon, will you climb fast enough to come to the leaders board? Let's get this. Which of this platform is owned by Meta? Not a Meta. It's Meta.
It's not owned. It's not owned by Meta.
Is not owned. Is not owned. Is not owned. Now that not is very important. Nancy is suspecting Mohammed. Maybe he's working for Mark Zuckerberg. All right, of course, it's Telegram. The other three are owned by Meta. Meta is the new company, you know, and Facebook. Meta most to Meta. And Rabisi, my guy. Even though Mohammed is having this correct streak for, you know, all the time, but Mohammed, you slow down just one teeny bit, and that gave Robinson the lead. But I see every other person is maintaining their stance, except, you know, Robinson and Mohammed trading spaces. Well done, guys. Let's go to the next question. Who is the current Prime Minister of Canada? Olusegun Obasanjo. Yeah. All right, this is Emmanuel Macron, Boris Johnson, Justin Trudeau, Angela Merkel. Two people are no longer serving, two people are currently serving. Who is the person? And Justin Trudeau. Yeah, Trudeau family. This is the son after the father has, you know,
some
just
people
like
actually chose Angela Merkel and Boris.
Yeah, Merkel, they show, you know, they thought Canada and Germany is the same, you know. And some people even think France is Canada. So Robinson is still there, Mohammed maintaining. I see Daniel on my leaderboard. Oshe Ikeoluwa Olowo is the highest climber. You enter 4 places, but when can you come up to the leaderboard? Well done, guys. Well done. Let's go for it. Robinson, I see you. Which one of this program does hybrid not offer? Not offer project management, product management, business analysis, data analysis. Come on, people. This is free score. Free score. Free score. Free. Free score. Even in my dream, I can answer this way. It's project management. All right. And Anthony is back. Robinson is sustaining his mode. Now we're about. This will be the last question.
We have the final question.
Will be the final question. This will make or mark. Please look at your keeper. Fast. True or false? Hybrid is a Canadian company. True or false? Don't let what you see fool you. Hybrid is a Canadian company. True or false? True or false? True or false? True or false? This way, Robinson is already laughing. Hey, Mandela is laughing. Hey, Jesus. Egbewoyo is laughing. Everybody's. So because I'm black, you think we are not? I don't understand because he's as if laughing. It's true. It's based in Vancouver. All right, let's see. It's true. All right. And on the 3rd position, none other than Ajasa Al-Maroof. And the silver place is Odiambo Mandela. And for our leader, no. Oh my God, Mohammed. This Mohammed is calm. He allowed Robinson to enjoy himself. Then he just came from the, oh my God, congratulations, Mohammed. Can we just unmute? Let's see you. This Mohammed. And he was in my data analysis class. He just coded. No one to talk. He was waiting for this thing. Mohammed, let's see you. Let's see you, Mohammed Kabir. Yeah. Congratulations, Mohammed. Your 30 seconds of him. What do you have, you know, to hybrid team? I mean, you just earned 100% scholarship to any program of your choice. What do you have to say, Mohammed?
Well, I would like to express my deep appreciation to Hybrid for organizing this event. We got to hear from different alumni, and they really inspired us. And I myself, I'm a hybrid alumni. I just completed the business analysis accelerator. So just next year, data analysis. So yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, what a way to end the year. Congratulations, Mohammed, and see you soon. Did you say data analytics?
Yes.
So I did well.
Yeah.
Welcome on board, my guy.
Yes.
All right, congratulations to Mandela, congratulations to Ajasa, and Maruf, I see you. Congratulations, nice try getting to the top position, and to Mandela as well to get into the second position, and everyone on this game. Well done, guys. Big congratulations. You can see the way scholarship made somebody's voice to be thick. Mohammed's voice is not thick. I got the best appreciation. Now I'm going to hand over to Austin for the rest of you. Thank you, guys. Sign out. Don't touch that dial. Stay glued to your system until we say so.
All right. Congratulations to you, Mohammed. And with that, we've come to the end of today's event. We thank every one of you for joining in, and please reach out to us. Reach out to us if you want to take any of our program. info@hybrid.com. We'll get back to you. You can also check our website, hybrid.io. Browse through the courses. Anyone that catches your fancy, please go ahead and apply to our program. We'll be reaching out to some of you who fill the feedback form just to get a feel of how what you want to do next. It's 2024. It's good to have personal development. Please work on that as we go into the new year. Stay relevant, stay safe, guys. Everybody, bye.